Hi everyone, this is the LEGO Star Wars Death Trooper and Night Trooper Battle Pack. It's the latest battle pack from this theme that just released in June 2025. It comes with these figures right here. This is a look at the back of the box, and by the way, I do like the box art. It's definitely better than all those 18 plus sets. Now let's open the box and see what's inside. So here the box is mostly full, but the bags themselves are not. We get two unnumbered bags here, plus these instructions that I will not be using except for this cover page. I will use those and the back and front of the box to build the whole thing. Let's get started. And we are done with the build. So this was a fun little challenge to put together, but before I talk about the build, let's look at the minifigures, which are the main focus of this set anyway. So we have here these two Night Troopers. They're not identical, but they are similar. So the torsos and the helmets are different, but the legs are the same, and the blasters are also the same. And these are nice to get. I do like the design work and also the print quality. It's done very nicely here. And notice the gold printing on the dark gray. It's not that easy to see, but it is nice to see it, especially in person. And underneath the helmets, they both have the same zombified face. All clones, so they're all going to look pretty similar, and so that is normal. I also get two identical Death Troopers who are perfectly identical in every way, except for the weapons, where this one has a much larger and more impressive weapon. Other than that, they're identical, and again, the printing quality here is very nice. I like the helmets, including this little green stuff at the bottom towards the mouth area. Very well done, very well executed as well. The silver printing on black looks very nice here, very classy, and definitely more than what you would need for a 6+ set. This is a battle pack that is of interest to not just kids, but also adults. And this is a great way to get these figures. Oh, and by the way, the zombified faces do not have an alternative expression, but they do have some printing at the back anyway, so that is interesting to see. So again, cool figures, even on the back the printing is nice, and I can't ask for more at this price point. And we'll get to the price in a moment. But first, let's talk about the build. So this was a very fun little thing to put together, and I guess most people are not going to care about this in a battle pack, but it's quite a nice and simple design. This is meant to be a troop transport, so basically something to transport troops as well as their weapons that can be clipped on here. The wings are done nicely with the use of these, not microphone, but similar to microphone pieces in the inverted tiles. They can be adjusted because they're on ball joints, similar to what you would see in the source material. So they could be adjusted upwards or angled or even done like this if you really want to. Although, sure, that's not quite the intention, but I do like the flexibility. So really cool stuff here. Although because everything here is black, the pieces are black, so watch out for fingerprints. Wash your hands multiple times before handling the set. Now we have this canopy piece, which is put on the side, which is quite unusual for it, but it does work in this case, if you can ignore this line right here and the studs, but I think it's fairly easy to ignore. And you just lift it up like this. It's very easy to lift up, and this leaves space for one driver, although you do have to remove their weapon, but there is a place to store the weapon right here. So kids, when they're playing with this, they don't have to worry about losing a weapon or finding a place for it because they can just clip it here. Yeah, we do that, and we put him in the seating position, and there's only two studs, so he's not going to be stuck there. And yeah, it fits quite comfortably in that area. And we close this, and away we go. Of course, you can attach the other troops right here. So it's literally a troop transport, and in this case they're going to be traveling on the outside, and let's hope that their helmets will allow them to breathe if they ever need to go into outer space. So yeah, there's room for 3, plus a 4th minifigure that you would add from your own collection if you have any, so that's quite nice. And yeah, it's a nice little thing, and it was very fun to put this together without the instructions. So I do recommend, if you have never built LEGO without the instructions before, try it with this set. You will be able to figure it out. Well, especially if you've watched this video, you kind of get the gist of it anyway. I would recommend to start building from the back. It's actually easier to start from the back and go towards the front, just because a lot of the pieces are used up here, and when you use the pieces here, there's going to be less pieces remaining, which makes it easier to figure out how to do things at the front. So yeah, here's a look at the back of the box once again, and I'm happy that they included this view. This way we don't need to use the online 3D view, we could just use only the box to build this set. Yeah, on the back we have these engines in transparent light blue, which is customary for many Star Wars ships. A lot of smooth surfaces, so this is a smooth surface, this is a smooth surface all around. We don't see too many studs exposed here, which is unusual for LEGO, except here at the top, and I guess technically you can make people sit here, so an unofficial place to add even more minifigures, although that is not canonical. So yeah, not much else to say about this. Basically what you see is what you get here, and there, these are the stud shooters. I did not insert the studs yet, but basically you can insert one of these tiles here, one at a time, obviously, and do the same thing on the other side, and then you can basically press down hard on this thing to shoot, like this. And I do not recommend giving this to kids who are very young, 6+, because they're going to lose these tiles and you'll never see them again, so be careful with these. On the other hand, if you know what you're doing, or if it's in a completely closed area, then this can be a lot of fun to play with. you try to knock down some troops, some good guys or bad guys, depending on which side you want to be fighting on. So something like this. Yeah, we actually knocked him down on the first try, so it actually works. It's pretty cool. So yeah, it's a nice little set. You got some really interesting minifigures, 4 of them to be specific. Now, is this worth the €20, $23 US, or $25 Canadian price? Well, in Europe, I do understand the pricing. It's basically €5 per minifigure, which is a bit expensive. Plus, you get this troop transport for free. It's not exactly how it works, but most people are going to think of it that way. In the US, paying $23 for a battle pack doesn't make sense. Not that long ago, these were $15 US, €15, and then they bumped them up to 20. I'm like, okay, fine. But 23 US, that's too much. Thankfully, the Canadian price of $25 has not changed, so it was and still $25 for all of these battle packs, and I do hope that remains because that's already pushing it a little bit. Because we have seen in previous videos that these minifigures do not cost that much to produce. And spoiler alert, LEGO is making some polybags in various different themes, including Marvel, which is a licensed theme, or Ninjago, which is unlicensed, which have 2 minifigures in one polybag that costs $5 or $6. And these minifigures have printing as well. So there is no reason why this set needs to be this expensive, and I'm sure it's going to go on discount at some point. So I would say if you really want these figures now, buy 1 copy of the set, or if you can wait, just buy 0 copies and tell LEGO, hey, I need a discount on this because it is a bit overpriced. But once it does go on discount, or especially clearance, because when these go on clearance, they can be 30% off, 40% off, 50% off, then go all in and buy all the copies that you want. Or just get the figures individually if you're able to find them somewhere like on Bricklink for cheap. But I don't know if that's going to be the case. So yeah, what do you think about this set? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you agree with the pricing or not? How many copies of this set are you going to get? Because most people who buy these battle packs are not just going to get one, they're going to get multiple to create an army of the included figures. So how large should that army be? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more amazing videos, including this polybag, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.